Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. We've got some great blind items for you guys today, and our first one is about Billie Eilish. It reads, "It's not a new boyfriend for the Oscar winner, it is a cover story." And this is referencing her new relationship with Nat Wolff. I actually made a TikTok about this that went viral, and so many people in the comments were talking about Billie and JoJo Siwa switching up during Pride Month. I guess it's not a very prideful month after all. This comment reads that Billie and Nat have been together since August, but tried keeping it quiet since she doesn't like talking about her relationships. Another person writes, "So Billie is trying the JoJo Siwa route. The difference is Billie has talent." Cheyenne said, "Those balcony shots look staged, but I don't know why Billie needs a beard. She's already out of the closet." Let's talk about this hot and heavy relationship, because these two were caught together in Venice and they had a lot of PDA, maybe a little bit too much. I mean, love you, girl, Billie, but this was next level. Nat is actually famous from the Naked Brothers band, which is from Nickelodeon and was a thing, a decade ago. In these photos, these two were seen cheering, they were seen kissing, making out. I don't know who Nat used to date, but Billie wanted to make sure she knew that she's got him now. We all know why Billie's doing that. She wants to make sure that everyone knows that Nat is now off the market, but Billie doesn't even need to do that. Billie and Nat's romantic confirmation comes after years of friendship and rumors. In 2023, Billie actually met Nat's brother Alex Wolff at an after party for the Oscars, and that's how she met Nat. A year later, this article reports, Alex explained the trio became so close through their shared experience with Tourette's syndrome. I did not see that one coming. Alex said, "Billie, me, and my brother, we all have Tourette's, and I think we all have bonded over that. Even when I saw Billie on interviews, I said, oh, she's one of us." Oh, can you tell? I don't know. If anyone's been watching me long enough, if you've got any signs, let me know in the comments below. What would you diagnose over here on this channel? Now, to give you guys an idea of what Alex is talking about, here is a clip of Alex and Billie together in an interview.
Yes or no? Yes. Always yes.
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes, we did it! You're so strong. Hi, you're watching.
Why did Billie, a grown woman, climb on this man's back? Also, why would you even trust these kind of chairs, right? Oh god, this just gives me weird vibes. Oh, I wish I'd never seen this clip. Why did she climb right on top of him? I don't even care if it's invading personal space. It's just so aggressively jumping on someone. Oh, I would cringe out. I would probably cringe out and go into a comatosis. Billie told Vogue last year, "I wish nobody knew anything about my sexuality or anything about my dating life." She said, "I'm never going to talk about my sexuality again, and I'm never talking about who I'm dating ever again." Now, as for Nat, he previously talked about having a really bad falling out with an ex. They later resolved those issues after she accidentally hit him with her car. Was it an accident or not? He said it was the beginning of a rom-com back in January 2024 on the Drew Barrymore show. I mean, at least they made up being civil, but how awkward, hitting your ex's car. Why weren't they in the same place at the same time? Now, I must admit, I wasn't too familiar with Nat Wolff. I knew about the Naked band, Brothers band, whatever. It always made me uncomfortable that why has it got to be naked? Can we explain that in the comments below? Do we know why it has to be the Naked Brothers band? Anyways, I did find a clip of him talking in an interview, and here it is.
Very not influenced by what is going to make her popular or liked. It's all about serving her own soul. That's why she's more than a pop star. I really do believe she's the artist of our generation. My favorite song that you've written, and she was like, I'd sing backgrounds on it if you wanted. And I was like, oh, would you now? Vocal take. And she was like, that's good. Let me put on some harmonies just for fun. So then she starts doing harmonies, 4 hours go by, and I'm just listening to her without an instrument create these incredible harmonies. She grew up in a choir, so she just has this melodic instinct that's insane. And honestly, Billie's the best.
Have you ever been in a serious accident that changed everything? It's like a nightmare. One moment you're minding your own business, and the next you're in pain, you're confused, and trying to figure out how you're gonna deal with the amount of medical bills. And insurance, I mean, that could be a nightmare on its own. That is when I found out about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And trust me, they don't play around with lowball offers. They recently won $12 million in Florida and another $26 million in Philadelphia for crash victims. That is 34 to 40 times higher than what insurance companies originally tried to pay. And here's the best part, you don't pay a dime unless they win your case. So it is literally risk-free to go and file a claim. So whether you've been hurt in an accident or at work or just simply walking down the street, your case could be worth millions and you might not even know it yet. You could start your claim right now at forthepeople.com/Sloan, or you could just scan the QR code on the screen with your phone's camera. Thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Our next blind item is about Gracie Abrams. It reads, the Nepo baby overrated singer, oh, that cute for her throat, does in fact have an ab routine and a trainer. Okay, cool. She just likes to pretend that she's above all that and edgy. Steve writes that Gracie says it's triggering for her when she gets compliments on her abs. It's so hard for her. She must be so brave. Yamiel added, it's so hard for me to be young, unfathomably wealthy, white, thin, and straight. This comment reads, so obnoxious. Every buff actor does this in interviews about their workout regimen. So no, it's not a sexist double standard, Gracie. Now you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I'm very sensitive to issues with ED, eating disorders, and things like that because I just think it needs to be talked about more, you know? Gracie claims it's been really hard to unpack negative feelings about her body, saying we all grew up with so many expectations on our bodies. I have had to work really hard to unpack it all. I'm someone who notices a difference in my mood on the days I've worked out versus not. It's a relationship I work on with myself often. During COVID, we were all at home and I started doing Pilates and workout videos and became obsessed. Girl, good for you, Gracie, because I became the opposite. I blew up like, who do I look like? Shane Dawson. You know, back in the day, I looked like Shane Dawson. And it was not cute. I also had Kybella, which do not get Kybella, guys. Recommend, do not. Just, if you're thinking about it, pass.
So your lives is
Now this is very messy. Let's get into Timmy Boy, Timothy Chalamet, which also comment below. How do I pronounce that wrong? Like, can you write it like how I say it? Timothy, not how it should be said. Because when I'm reading this, Chalamet, is that right? It all sounds the same to me. I don't speak French. I just got my DNA results. We'll talk about that sometime soon. This blind item reads, they've been selling the picture-perfect relationship to the cameras, but insiders say the meme actor hasn't been faithful. We've heard this. Word is he's hooked up with one of the reality star's close friends, and it wasn't just once. The betrayal wouldn't just hurt her image, it could blow up the entire inner circle. This is something I am going into very skeptical because, like, you are not going to tell me that Timmy and Jordan Woods had a little moment. This comment reads, how could there be any repercussions when this isn't a real relationship? Another person said, probably one of the sisters. Michael writes, Kylie doesn't seem to have any loyal people in her life at all. Johnny said that Timothy is addicted to the lifestyle. I don't think he's going anywhere. Now, we've seen Timothy at every single Knicks game. Like, I didn't even know, honestly, I'm sorry, guys, but I didn't know who the Knicks really were. I mean, I probably have seen them in passing, like, it's basketball. I'm still, like, new to the West Coast. I don't even know which, are they New York? I think they're New York, actually. So I don't know. I don't know much about sports when it comes down to basketball. Talk to me about the Olympics and swimming and some football. I know some football. I don't know about this, but he's at every single game. We're getting so many pictures of him. I don't believe that this could be going down. I mean, especially because Jordan and Kylie just made up after Jordan had tried to get with like Chloe's man, or at least, you know, kissed him, and they had that moment. So I don't think even like Kylie would be able to handle if Timothy had gotten with Jordan. It probably would eat her inside, whether it's a PR relationship or not. This is about 50 Cent involving Diddy and Daphne Joy, who is allegedly one of the Jane Does in Diddy's trial. This item reads, the $50 rapper is going to be in a world of hurt for revealing Jane's identity. He has already spent years trashing her, so I guess this is just the icing on the cake for him. 50 Cent is actually coming out with a documentary that will be on Netflix. I know actually a lot about it, but I don't know how much I'm allowed. Like, That's like the one thing in like Hollywood. I'm like, actually, I kind of know a little bit about this project, but we're not going to get into that. This comment reads that Jane refers to the Jane Doe who testified against Diddy, who 50 then outed as the mother of his child, who he has a very tumultuous relationship with. She dated Diddy after 50 Cent. Maybe that's why 50 Cent sees Diddy as his enemy number one, because they have like, been with the same woman. Which I'm sorry, boys, but that's most of Hollywood. That's how it goes here. But now it seems like 50 Cent is trying to reveal that Daphne Joy is the one who's actually testifying against Diddy. Right now, she wants to be anonymous to protect herself, and I get it. A lot of people are fearful. 50 Cent has a son with her, and he actually posted a picture of them two together, like posing, looking to the side, kind of side-eyeing, and it seems like that's pretty, directly tied to her, and kind of disrespectful to have your son like side-eyeing you on social media. The thing is that Daphne Joy also went through a struggle with Diddy. She's not exempt from this, even though she started dating him in 2021, so kind of late into the game. She described being flown to Miami regularly, and she said that Diddy gave her $10K during a trip to Turks and Caicos. The relationship took a dark turn whenever he started their FOs, or their hotel nights, and she started to learn what Cassie had been going through the last like 10 years. At that point, she felt completely dependent on him. He was paying her bills, and she was doing the exact same thing that a bunch of these women also alleged. But the lore between 50 Cent and Daphne Joy, it goes deep. Speculation around her identity comes because Lil Rod filed a lawsuit against Diddy and claims that she was an SEX worker. 50 Cent at the time mocked her online, and then she claimed that 50 Cent actually had attacked her violently and harmed her physically. At that point, he actually filed a defamation lawsuit against her, which he later dropped because she deleted the post. So they did make amends on that front, but of course, they do not like each other. Very bitter. And I'm sure because 50 Cent is making this documentary, he knows things about her that maybe the public doesn't know, and he might reveal that in there.
Why these celeb men share women like there's no other women out here, right? So as the Diddy trial continues on, Joy was saying that Diddy had signed a love contract with her in 2023 in which they agreed he'd give her $10,000 monthly allowance for 2 years. So she's still getting the money now. She also said she didn't have enough money to furnish her new home, so she opened 3 credit cards and went into debt just to buy furniture for the house. These are the women that they choose because these are the women that are part of their program. These are the women that know what goes on behind closed doors. They don't want anybody to find out all the things that they're doing or all the things that they have these women doing for that money. So it makes me think about even that time we saw Joy with him on the boat, and then she apologized to him in Miami about that. But why was you on the boat with Diddy? But y'all don't even understand that these women are a part of something that we are not opening our eyes to see that they're a part of. Or maybe some of us are not paying attention, or some of us are not getting what is truly going on in the industry. A lot of these women have to find a way to pay their bills.
Our next blind item is about Miley Cyrus and her boyfriend, Max. This reads, the former Disney actress turned singer is tired of paying for everything with her significant other. Oh, go off, sugar mama. He literally pays for nothing. They recently walked into a store just to get a lighter, and he didn't even reach into his pocket to pay. Oh, Miley, that's a little bit embarrassing, hon. This comment reads, and yet she won't dump him. Another person writes, Miley and that ridiculous-looking boyfriend of hers, and even with the more ridiculously spelled name. He's a musician from a band that no one's ever heard of, so probably broke. Maybe he's part of that cult that she's in, the Modern School of Mystery. I'll say it again, I'll say it twice. Modern School of Mystery. Look it up, it's a little bit scary. Miley Cyrus's boyfriend Max has had enough of her obsession with her failed marriage to Liam. While Miley claims she's moved on, her occasional remarks about the marriage indicate otherwise, and insiders say that her man, Max, has told her to delete Liam's number and put him first. A source says that she claims she's moved on, but that doesn't really measure up to the way that she acts, which she is constantly talking about her past, which, it's part of her career as well. Miley said that that relationship was one of the biggest blessings I've ever had in my life, and that when their house burnt down, a lot of her relationships also burnt down. She said, quote, that just led me to such a magic, and I have so much gratitude. That's one of the first times I've ever heard someone say that they felt grateful their house burnt down. I mean, maybe that's a good way of looking at it. I don't know. Seems odd to me. And the source claims that she hasn't fully let go. She's still so bitter about the divorce and can't fathom the idea of getting married again. She says she's in love with Max, but in a lot of ways she keeps him at arm's length. I mean, if he ain't paying no bills, I would too. The source adds that Max has finally had enough of taking the backseat to Liam and he's drawing a line in the sand. Right now, these two have been dating for 4 years. And you know what? I really don't know what he even looks like this Max guy, which is crazy because Miley Cyrus is such a big part of pop culture. But here's a clip of her recent interview and her, talking about Liam in the past and her relationships.
When me and Liam split up the first time with Bangers, it was because it was like I was this provocateur and it was like highly sexualized. And so for Younger Now, the album, the reason I kind of like played into this innocence was because I think that was a way to keep and a way to stay, was by, if I'm younger now, if I'm less like awake as like this like sexual woman publicly, then this is going to be the way that I can keep like a happy home. Because with Something Beautiful, this album, I do have that. I do have like a really genuinely lovely personal life, and like my career is exactly how I want it to be, and the music is great and all these things. And I think I was seeking that in Younger Now, but I didn't know how to fully do it because I was also balancing the sobriety thing because I wasn't getting fully sober yet. And so I was like, well, I'm safe and I'm clean and I'm wearing all white and I'm singing songs about nature.
Right.
Our next blind item is about Taylor Swift. It reads, the A-list singer was boozing it up this weekend, so she's probably not pregnant. Honestly, good for you, Taylor. You've had one of the biggest tours out there. Go and get drunk and just relax and hang out with your girls. Selena Gomez, don't let her drink too much, though. This comment reads, that's about Taylor Swift. That was a funny yet unfortunate paparazzi photo. I doubt she's getting pregnant anytime soon. Miranda said she probably saved her eggs, so she isn't in any rush for any babies. Another comment reads that Taylor has a drinking problem and is likely depressed about her life. She got everything she wanted. It's all fake and empty. Blake Lively is not her only fake friend. She's surrounded by users like Marilyn Monroe. Another comment reads that Taylor needs a Taylor for her odd-fitting clothing, although she probably did it on purpose knowing her PR. Now, speaking of Blake Lively, it seems like Taylor is still keeping her distance, which good for her, especially after, Blake Lively just had this recent win. Taylor is done with Blake Lively after being dragged into the actress's legal feud, and she's ignoring any calls, texts, or emails she gets. Quote, she's been reaching out to her with text messages, voicemails, and even emails begging to mend what they once had. Blake isn't giving up on trying to get her friendship with Taylor back on track. Taylor obviously means so much to Blake, but Taylor's totally done with her, and as of right now, no requests will mend their bond as far as she's concerned. And really smart on Taylor's part. I mean, if she were to ever try to be friends with her again, because they were really close, which makes me side-eye Taylor Swift a little bit, I would think it would have to be way after this lawsuit has been figured out, not anytime soon.
Okay, so just a quick thought that I was having this morning. Now that Blake's case has been dismissed, do we think that Blake and Taylor are going to be friends again? Or is that just like completely done? Because it would be awfully convenient if all of a sudden Taylor Swift starts hanging out with Blake now that this whole thing is, well, I guess it's not completely over with yet, but what do we think is going to happen with this relationship, with this friendship duo? Because I don't know, guys. I think that they might be done forever, but I could be wrong.
Our next blind item is about Justin Bieber. It reads, the north of the border singer is now abusing the drugs he was once prescribed. I mean, using any drugs is not good, especially prescription drugs. I mean, if you are overdoing it, that could be terrible, especially for your brain chemistry. This comment reads, I found it strange that he was taking a screenshot of his ChatGPT asking if ketamine was used to control people's emotions. Another person writes, I just hope that Justin manages to get the help that he needs before it's too late. Another person wrote that he's on Special K like Matthew Perry. He's also spiraling because of Internet Oddity's new video on YouTube. Another person writes, I wonder if all those prescribed drugs are necessary. Just the other day, we talked about some of Justin Bieber's crash out, and people are begging him to get help. He wrote on Instagram, tired of transactional relationships. If I do something to be loved, that's not love. And what's up with this picture? Like, what's the point of this photograph? There are a lot of fans of Justin Bieber's who are concerned. I'm concerned for him. This person writes, it's obvious the dude's crying for help. Another person writes, are you sleeping okay, Justin? It seems like you are posting all hours of the day. A good rest helps so much. Another person writes, you are very loved and we are here. He did recently post an awkward picture in a red sweatshirt with the caption, you could point at my flaws or you could recognize your own, you little B word, which I'm like, wait, is he talking about me? Is he trying to come for me? One fan commented that it was hard and sad to watch Justin's behavior while those around him were not helping him when he's clearly struggling. Justin has also not shied away from flaunting his marijuana use on social media, with some people worrying about how close in proximity he is to his baby with those big bongs.
Justin Bieber's continuing his social media crash out. Girl, who are you talking about? Listen, since yesterday, bitch, he's been more on social media than Charlie D'Amelio. Are you kidding me? Girl, listen, he continues to just put on these like subliminal things. I'm like, Justin, at this point in time, just fucking tag the person. Tag the damn person you are talking about, because damn, double damn. I don't understand who he is talking about, best friend. Who do you guys think he's talking about? And but I'll tell you, crash out or not, girl, I absolutely agree with him. Who wants fucking transactional relationships? If I have to do something to be loved, that's not love. And he is absolutely, you know what, girl? No lies detected on that one, okay?
Our next blind item is about Britney Spears. It reads, this permanent A-list singer only wears clothes when she's going out or filming something for social media. Otherwise, everyone sees her naked. That is so weird to imagine, like Britney Spears just living her life like fully naked all of the time. This comment reads, don't sit on her chairs. Another person writes, I remember hearing this about her for years. At least she puts some clothes on when she goes out. Now this headline really caught my attention. Britney Spears is fiercely slammed for filming her 18-year-old son participating in a shocking act while driving. It seems like Britney just doesn't care if her son is texting and driving while riding with him, which I would be freaked out. I mean, he's 18 years old. Personally, I cannot look at my phone whenever I am driving. I have one of those things that are up there and my phone just sits there and I look at the maps and that's about it. So him going really fast and looking up and down is stressing me out. I'm sure Britney's happy to be with her son because they haven't spent a lot of quality time together. She wrote about her son saying he is 6'3" and his hands are so big now. How long am I going to be in shock? It's so incredibly crazy. It's not even funny. I'm blessed. Just be careful with my heart too. One person writes, not good, Brit, not good. No one has eyes on the road. The touching his hair while he's driving is also dangerous. This source claims that Britney is so thrilled to have her baby back. Everything is moving in the right direction. So she's getting that bonding time and she's been posting about it. Here's a throwback post from about a month ago.
I want my nails back. I bet all my nails look like a fucking idiot. I want my nails back. And I guess I should just go get nails and do it. I swear to God, I don't want to get any done. My legs are pretty. I need eyeliner so I can be fancy. Ooh, mama.
Let's talk about Jared Leto. This blind item reads, because of all of his government connections and connections in Hollywood, the actor-singer has seen all the past accusations against him over the years just slide away. It probably won't be any different this time. Plus, the most egregious stuff he does outside the US at his camps. Now, I've been calling Jared Leto a cult leader for a long time. This comment reads, Jared Leto and his weird cultist vibe. Another person writes, Jared the Choker Leto. Another person adds that Jared Leto is insane. Why can't they see this? It's in his eyes. Ted Bundy had the same look. Lindsay Lohan said getting intimate with him was very painful, and she's not the only one. He locks his house doors from the inside so they can't escape, and he does what he wants. Now, I was talking about this on Instagram that Jared was accused by 9 different women of inappropriate behavior. Moments where people admit that you're not really in LA until Jared Leto tries to force himself on you backstage in a kilt and a snow hat. Another person claims they were attacked and traumatized by this creep when they were only 17. A 16-year-old model named Laura claims that she got into contact with Jared and he asked how old she was. She said she was 16 and he continued trying to ask her inappropriate questions. A 5th accuser claims that Jared first began flirty texting with her when she was underage, but noted that the relationship escalated when she was 18. She claims during one of the visits to his homes, he just pulled out his wiener and started touching it. Then he walked over, grabbed her hand, and put it on it. And he said, I want you to spit on it. Ew, you weirdo with those freaky eyes.
This is the most well done moment for me that I've seen in headlines. If you were around in the early 2000s, there have been rumors of this man and his cult and his underage girls and all of the things for decades. My so-called life heart broke many moons ago learning the reality of who this man is. And so many women have talked about this for so long that now we're finally having this moment. So my question is, Why did it take 9 women to finally pull together for people to actually start investigating this, or at least making an article about it, or at least pursuing it in a way that was honest and serious and not just like, yeah, okay, yeah, we know. I'm not sure he has a cult. I'm pretty confident that when so many women are saying that he's going after young girls, that's probably true.
Our next blind item is about White Lotus, Walton Goggins, and Amy Lou Wood. It reads, if you didn't think they were hooking up while filming, that recent interview will definitely change your mind. Has the wife of the actor just given up on trying to control the narrative? This comment reads, it was so weird. Another person writes, I saw some people online saying they didn't believe the affair rumors until they read that interview. Another person writes, possible divorce coming. Yeah, that's what his wife must think. He literally says he loves Amy Lou multiple times. Now, in a recent interview, they did talk about them not being in a feud, that there was no affair, there was no issues, which I am calling BS. I don't know why he would unfollow her on Instagram. Now, before their falling out, Walton was doing a bunch of press and he had things to say about Amy. This is what he said before the alleged feud.
As soon as we got to Thailand, we started to hang out, and we became very close very quickly, and she was the person that mattered most to me, you know, during this experience. Even though my friends were there, we both became enmeshed in each other the way that Rick and Chelsea are, and so I think the world of her.
Now, besides the unfollowing situation, one of the main reasons we knew that these two were feuding was because of their different takes on the SNL skit. The one that made fun of Amy's teeth that Walton said was so funny, even though it hurt her feelings, and they were like, there was supposedly tension between them. So at that point, it's like, what are you doing this for, man? You're trying to taunt her.
Imagine making Amy Lou Wood cry. So Amy was seen literally breaking down in London yesterday. This comes after Walton Goggins praised that SNL skit. I'm sure you've seen it, but SNL did a skit that very much made fun of Amy's appearance. Amy immediately clapped back at the skit, saying that it was mean and unfunny, which is true. But Walton actually praised the skit. He posted this saying that it was smashing. Eventually, after a few hours, he did take it down, probably for the hate that he was getting.
Now, in this interview, they were hugging, telling each other how much they love each other, how they completely understand, and Walton didn't give us a straightforward answer on why did you unfollow her on Instagram, but this, I guess, was the end of it. I mean, there was a moment at the Met Gala where Amy Lou was asked about Walton, and this is what she had to say.
Rick and Chelsea, is this the official reunion to Rick and Chelsea?
I actually saw him 2 days ago,
okay,
and that felt like we haven't had that much time to debrief about everything.
Like a lot to unpack.
A lot. So every time we see each other, it's kind of this, there's never enough time. So it'll be good to see him again tonight, because we saw each other briefly a couple of days ago, and we were kind of just trying to download everything and the episodes and Rick and Chelsea's whole story now that we've seen it in full, and there's never enough time.
That is it for this week of Blind Item Breakdown. Thank you guys so much, and please go and check out last episode, because I want to get some of the views up on that one, because I had a nice sponsorship and I want them to be happy. So thank you. I'm trying to do like different things on this channel, but anyways, I want to thank you guys right now. It is Thursday when this is coming out, and I am out in Hawaii, probably on a beach right now, because I am taking 2 weeks to go in vacation, but I will still be posting here and I will be filming there, so I can't wait for you guys to see the different backgrounds. We're gonna finally get out of the room, so if you are in Hawaii, keep an eye out. You might see me, but I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.